The Wizard of Menlo Park, more than meets the light bulb. Welcome to our channel. Today, we're diving into the lesser-known, weird facts about one of history's greatest inventors, Thomas Edison. You know him as the guy who brought us the light bulb, the phonograph, the motion picture camera. Inventions that quite literally illuminated our world and revolutionized how we experience it. But behind these groundbreaking innovations was a man of surprising quirks and eccentricities. Stay tuned to learn some surprising details about the man who helped shape the modern world. The mysterious 5 dots, Edison's inky secret, a tale that intertwines the world of invention with the art of tattooing. Now, when you think of Thomas Edison, you probably picture a serious inventor, maybe with a shock of white hair, tinkering away in his lab. A man deeply engrossed in his experiments, surrounded by a myriad of gadgets and gizmos. You probably don't picture him as a guy with a tattoo, right? It's a surprising image, isn't it? The great inventor, known for his contributions to electricity and sound, also had a penchant for body art. But it's true! Edison had a tattoo of 5 dots on his forearm, a simple yet intriguing mark that has puzzled historians and enthusiasts alike. Now, this wasn't some elaborate design or a cryptic symbol. It was a straightforward pattern, 5 dots arranged in a quincunx, a shape that has appeared in various cultures and contexts throughout history. It was actually a rather practical tattoo, believe it or not. A mark that perhaps served as a constant reminder of his innovative spirit and his willingness to explore new frontiers. See, Edison was fascinated by the emerging technology of the time, and that included tattooing. The late 19th and early 20th centuries were a period of rapid technological advancement, and Edison was at the forefront of many of these changes. He actually helped develop an early version of the electric pen, which was a precursor to the tattoo gun. This invention was initially intended for duplicating documents, but it found a new life in the world of tattooing. And those 5 dots? They were likely made with that very same electric pen, a testament to his adventurous spirit and his eagerness to experiment on himself. Imagine the curiosity and excitement that must have driven him to try out his own invention in such a personal way. Now you might be wondering, what did those 5 dots mean? Were they just a random pattern, or did they hold some deeper significance? Well, the truth is, nobody knows for sure. It's one of those little mysteries that adds to the allure of Edison's already fascinating life. Some speculate they were a test of the electric pen, while others believe they might have held a deeper, more personal significance. Perhaps they were a mark of his journey, a symbol of his relentless pursuit of knowledge and innovation. Whatever the reason, it's a fascinating glimpse into the unexpected side of this iconic inventor. A man who was not just a pioneer in technology, but also someone who embraced the new and the unknown in every aspect of his life. A man of science, pushing boundaries even on his own skin. Edison's 5-dot tattoo is a small but telling detail that reminds us of his boundless curiosity and his willingness to explore uncharted territories, both in his inventions and in his personal life. Beep beep, will you marry me? A proposal in Morse code. Alright, let's talk romance, and no, I don't mean the flickering romance of 100 incandescent bulbs. I'm talking about Edison's love life, specifically his rather unique proposal to his second wife, Mina Miller. Now, Edison was already a renowned inventor when he met Mina, and he could have swept her off her feet with grand gestures and extravagant gifts. But Edison, ever the pragmatist, chose a different approach. He proposed using Morse code. Yes, you heard that right. He tapped out the proposal on her hand, letter by letter, using the language of dots and dashes that had become second nature to him. Now you might think this was a bit impersonal, even cold, for a marriage proposal. But for Edison, it was the most eloquent and heartfelt way he knew how to express his love. He saw the beauty and efficiency in Morse code, this language that could transmit complex messages across vast distances. And in that moment, he was using it to bridge the distance between their hearts. It's a testament to the depth of their connection, that Mina not only understood his coded proposal, but she said yes. Imagine the scene. Edison, a man of science and innovation, sitting across from Mina, his eyes filled with a mix of nervousness and excitement. He reaches out, takes her hand gently, and begins to tap. Each tap, a dot or a dash, carries the weight of his emotions. Mina, initially puzzled, soon realizes what he's doing. Her face lights up as she deciphers the message. It's a beautiful moment where technology and emotion intertwine seamlessly. And when she finally says yes, it's not just a victory for Edison the inventor, but for Edison the man, who found a way to speak the language of love through the language of innovation. Their marriage became a symbol of how love can be expressed in the most unexpected ways, transcending the ordinary to become something truly extraordinary. And so, the story of Edison's Morse code proposal lives on, reminding us that sometimes the most unconventional methods can be the most heartfelt. After all, love, much like invention, knows no bounds. Chapter 3. Silence is golden, Edison's hearing and his focus. Now, we've talked about Edison's tattoos and his unusual proposal, but there's another intriguing aspect of his life that's often overlooked: his hearing impairment. Edison was partially deaf, a condition that began in his childhood. And while some might see this as a disability, Edison himself believed it was a blessing in disguise. He claimed that his hearing loss helped him concentrate on his work, blocking out distractions and allowing him to delve deeper into his experiments. In a world filled with noise and chaos, Edison found solace in the silence, a silence that allowed his mind to wander, to explore, to invent. Now it's impossible to say for sure how much his hearing impairment shaped his trajectory. But it's fascinating to consider how this perceived weakness might have actually been a strength, a catalyst for his incredible focus and productivity. It's a reminder that sometimes the things that set us apart are the very things that allow us to see the world in a new light. Chapter 4. The Current War, Edison versus Tesla. Okay folks, let's talk about one of the most epic rivalries in the history of science and technology. Thomas Edison versus Nikola Tesla. This wasn't just a clash of personalities, it was a battle of ideas, a war of currents that would shape the future of electricity and, by extension, the modern world. These two titans of innovation, each brilliant in their own right, were locked in a battle for the future of electricity. Edison, the seasoned inventor with a knack for practical applications, and Tesla, the visionary genius with a flair for theoretical brilliance, were on a collision course. You see, Edison was a staunch advocate for direct current, or DC, while Tesla championed alternating current, or AC. DC was Edison's baby, a system he had invested heavily in, both financially and emotionally. Tesla, on the other hand, saw the limitations of DC and believed AC was the key to unlocking the true potential of electrical power. Now, I won't bore you with the technical details, but let's just say these two systems were as different as night and day, and each had its own set of advantages and disadvantages. DC was simpler and safer for short distances, but AC could be transmitted over long distances with much greater efficiency. Edison, ever the showman, even resorted to some rather, shall we say, unconventional tactics to discredit AC. He was a master of public relations and knew how to sway public opinion. He publicly electrocuted animals using AC to demonstrate its dangers, a move that horrified Tesla and did little to endear Edison to animal lovers. This gruesome spectacle was part of Edison's campaign to convince the public that AC was too dangerous for widespread use. But in the end, it was Tesla's AC system that prevailed, proving to be more efficient and practical for long-distance power transmission. The ability to step up the voltage for long-distance transmission, and then step it down for safe use in homes and businesses, was a game-changer. Now, this rivalry was fierce, no doubt about it. It was a clash of egos as much as it was a clash of technologies. Both men were driven by a desire to be the one who would light up the world. But it also pushed both men to their limits, leading to incredible advancements in the field of electrical engineering. The competition forced them to innovate, to push the boundaries of what was possible, and, in doing so, they laid the groundwork for the electrical systems we rely on today. It's a reminder that sometimes, the greatest rivalries can spark the brightest innovations. The legacy of Edison and Tesla is a testament to the power of competition and the relentless pursuit of progress. Their story is not just about conflict, but about the incredible advancements that can arise from it. Chapter 5. Edison's Talking Terror, the doll that time forgot. We've seen the brilliant, the eccentric, the competitive side of Thomas Edison. But did you know he also had a bit of a creepy side? Now, I'm not talking about late-night lab experiments or anything like that. I'm talking about Edison's foray into the world of toys, specifically his creation of a talking doll. Now, on paper, this sounds like a charming idea, right? A doll that could speak to children, tell them stories, sing them songs. But Edison's talking doll was less Mary Had a Little Lamb and more Nightmare on Elm Street. These dolls were made with tiny phonographs inside, and they recited nursery rhymes and poems in Edison's own voice. But due to the limitations of the technology at the time, the sound quality was, well, let's just say it was less than enchanting. It was muffled, distorted, and frankly a little eerie. The dolls were a commercial flop, and parents reported that their children were downright terrified of these creepy talking toys. So, there you have it, folks, the tale of Edison's talking terror, a reminder that even the greatest inventors can have their share of flops. Outro Edison, the Weird and the Wonderful. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed learning these weird facts about Thomas Edison, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon for more intriguing content. From tattoos to talking dolls, from Morse code proposals to epic rivalries, Edison's life was anything but ordinary. He reminds us that innovation often springs from unexpected places, and that even the most brilliant minds have their quirks. See you next time.